It's a busy traveling week in the States, and the weather is not necessarily being compatible to the traveling, unless you get in your car and go for a distance, which is what we're going to do now as we go traveling.
Traveling with Dan is presented by South Country Co-op.
At the start of Steven Spielberg's 1977 sci-fi classic Close Encounters of the Third Kind, various people come into contact with aliens in spaceships. After that initial contact, the people start to imagine and then draw and create a mountain of some sort. Some using shaving cream, potatoes, mud, and drawings. They create this unknown mountain. The film depicts two main people, Roy Neary, an everyday blue-collar worker in Indiana whose life changes dramatically after his encounter. We also meet Jillian, a single mother whose 3-year-old son is abducted by the UFO. When a news program about a supposed train wreck near Devil's Tower, Wyoming airs on television, Roy and Jillian recognize the same mountain they've been visualizing. So they, along with other travelers experiencing similar visions, set out for Devil's Tower in spite of public warnings about toxic gas. Now, this is a great movie, a tremendous movie, some might even say. And in December of 2007, it was deemed, quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant by the United States Library of Congress and selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. And in addition to how great a movie it is, one full of suspense and drama and science fiction, it always made me want to visit Devil's Tower. Once I've found out it was a real place, of course. And it is a real place, one that's located just about 10 hours or 1,036 kilometers southeast of Medicine Hat. And it's historic too. Devil's Tower National Monument was the very first United States national monument, established on September 24th, 1906 by President Theodore Roosevelt. The trading post is located right inside the entranceway, and it has a wide array of souvenirs, both terrestrial and alien. And then it's off to the mountain, or whatever it's called. What is it called? Devil's Tower rises above the surrounding grasslands and ponderosa pine forests like a rocky sentinel. Geologists have studied the formation since the late 1800s, and today still wonder how it was formed. Although much of the tower's geologic story is agreed upon, theories differ on certain details. Protected in 1906 for its scientific value, Devil's Tower remains a place of scientific study and public wonderment. It's known that the tower is formed of a rare igneous rock, and it's the largest example of columnar jointing in the world. The geology of Devil's Tower remains a bit of a mystery for both casual visitors and scientific experts alike. Although many of the ideas surrounding its formation are understood, the wonder of this place that you can just walk up to casually, that has captivated people for thousands of years, continues today. It is so amazing to walk along the pathway and there you are, at this tower that has lived for thousands of years and been featured in a classic movie. And on the other side, where some of the movie was filmed, is the place where the aliens landed. Yes, right there in the movie. Now, I don't want to give anything away or too much away. I mean, the movie is only 48 years old almost. I'm guessing many of you have seen it, and if you haven't seen it, take the time. It is amazing. Now, if you are a rock climber, a professional rock climber, you can climb to the top of Devil's Tower. That is allowed, and it's encouraged, but you have to be a professional climber. Otherwise, like me, you can just climb on a few of the rocks, get up a little bit of the ways, but you cannot climb the rock. Still, very cool just to be there. The rocks are fairly safe to climb around on, and they've also been there, many of them, for thousands of years. And in addition to the path up to Devil's Tower from the parking lot, there's also a path all the way around it so you can walk it day or night. There is just no lights. So if you decide to walk this otherworldly spooky creation, you do it in the pitch dark. And I highly recommend you do it in the pitch dark. It made the walk so much better. It's absolutely free to see Devil's Tower, and you can see it from almost everywhere in the region. I couldn't wait to get there, and I cannot wait to go back and maybe even climb it the next time I'm there with permission. Oh, and if you visit Devil's Tower, keep watching the skies. You never know who is lurking or where they call home. On the road again. Oh, I love being on the road. Hey, coming up on the next episode of Traveling with Dan, we head to Edmonton to meet up with two beauty Canadian legends who are also hosers, eh? That's next time. We'll meet these guys next time, eh? Beauty.
Traveling with Dan is presented by South Country Co-op.